Hello and welcome to another episode of Tekkit Lite Crash Course. After waffling through a few different designs last time, I finally settled on one. The one I'm using now, basically I use the paintbrush to split my pneumatic tubes into basically just separated rows. And then to keep it linearized, on this end I use what are called restrictor pipes, or restriction tubes. Restriction tubes, basically they look to the network like they're 4,000 tubes long, so it'll preferentially go down the standard tubes before it goes further down the restriction tubes. Works well enough. I mean, it's not the spiral design I wanted, so it's not as elegant as I want it to be, but it's probably a little bit more efficient than what I had in mind, and everything does stay separate. It doesn't, keep going to two separate destinations like it did before. To make the restriction tube, all you gotta do, take your pneumatic tube and toss it on the ground. No, that's not it. Take your restriction tube, add a couple bits of iron. Where's my iron? I just love their ordering system. It's so amazing. Anyway, iron, tube. It's one iron per tube. Get your restriction tube. Restriction tubes, they attach to the tubes just like any other tubes. Using the word tubes a lot. In fact, I did want to extend this a little bit because I want to make sort of like a default destination. Like, say we run out of barrels, or you throw a damaged tool into the system which the barrels can't take. Then by adding a couple extra restriction tubes, this is sort of the last resort for anything that you put into the system. And then at the end, just put a big chest. I grabbed the obsidian chest that I had at the end of the line back there. Kind of looks like a cannon. Yeah, now anything that goes in here that cannot go into a chest or into a barrel, or if we just plain run out, then it'll end up in here. Let me make a provider pipe for that too. Let's see. Just one of those. And I think it was 2 of these for provider. Eventually I want to have a lot more of these automatic crafting tables so I can just order whatever I need. But for now, I mean, this system works well enough. I do need a crafting table though. There's my pocket. There we go. Let's see, pocket crafting table. Alright, so we got a chest here, glowstone dust. Sticks pipe. That's the crafting pipe. That's the provider pipe. Okay. I got this. Don't worry, guys. So we just take our provider pipe, put it in the system, and then we got to connect it up. So I'm gonna grab some regular pipe here. If I had any. I'm going to get some pipe, I'm going to connect it to the system, and then anything goes in the chest will show up again, any ordering doohickey. And it is just dreary outside. There we go, it's got power, and anything that's in there should show up on my list. Cool beans. Now aside from that little addition, and showing off my design, we're going to be taking a little break from the factory today. We're going to go on a little adventure. Some of my friends and my wife have discovered a dimension door. It's another mod in Tekkit Lite where basically you go through this magical door and you end up in a very dark place full of treasures and puzzles and imminent doom. We all know how much I love imminent doom. So let me get rid of these pipes here. Glowstone. Just a lot of this stuff I don't need to be carrying around. And of course, when you go on any trip, you should always bring the batteries, just in case you need to, charge something up. I could make a bunch of rechargeable batteries, keep them in my chest that I just made, or I could make something that actually stacks, that has a lot of energy density, also known as the one-time use battery. Now, single-use batteries, they can be made a couple different ways. I mean, this is the most basic way: redstone, coal dust, and a copper cable at the top. Let's see. There it is. Or we can also use hydrated coal dust. Hydrated coal dust, basically just made with a water source and some coal dust. Simple enough. So let's make ourselves a water source. Might need some glass here. Take this stuff out of here. Let's see. What can we order up? Make some of these things. It's gonna come in so incredibly handy. Alright, got my glass. Make some bottles, fill them up. Be right back. Alright, so we've got our bottles of water for the hydrated coal dust. Just take our coal dust, wrap it all the way around the outside. You can't make a single one, but that's a waste of water. I don't feel like doing that. So, each one of these sources will make us 8 hydrated coal dust. I was going to make a bunch of this stuff, because you can use it in a number of different things. Oop. There, water bottle. And last one. Now we're at hydrated coal dust. So before we put in redstone, regular coal dust, and wire, it made 5. Now it makes 8. Not sure why that makes a difference. I don't know anything about the manufacturer batteries, but I'm guessing wet coal dust works better than not wet coal dust. So, I'm going to get some of these guys. As many of them as I can make, just in case anyone else runs out of power too. And then I'm going to send them into my storage unit. Put some in my storage pouch. I'll show you how they work too while I'm at it. You know, say you've got something on your hotbar, a little bit low in power, you need to charge it up a little bit. You can use the single-use batteries. Just right-click. It's like the RE battery, but instead of getting the battery back, it just goes away. It's a single-use battery, quite frankly. Now, I'm in my workshop, so I'm just going to toss my stuff in my charging bench for now. Just get it powered up. But yeah, now we have some backup power, just in case, you know, one of my friend's jetpacks drops to 0 in the middle of the abyss, if you will. So wait a few minutes, that's at the charge. Fill up some cans, if they'll fill, which they won't. Okay, so our gear's charged up, we got some extra supplies, got ready access to all my stuff in my inventory with my remote orderer. Gonna go for a little walk, because the doors they found are a little ways off. They didn't actually spawn into the old chunks, so it's a fairly new thing. So, off we go. here we are at the dimension door. As you see, it's a door attached to apparently nothing. You can actually see through the back side here. Look through the front. Looks kind of spooky. They built a little shelter right nearby, so I'm going to hop in there, charge my stuff up, and get ready to go. Alright, after being cooped up in a hole with two women for a little bit too long, ready to go. So normally when you first find these dimension door pillars, there's nothing in between them except maybe a black cloud. I'm not sure exactly how to trigger the door. Like I said, I didn't find this one. But, I mean, once the door is there, open it up and head through. And you teleport into a new dimension. And you see, everything is black. There's no sky, no boundaries, just 3 little islands of stone in the middle of nothing. And this edge here is actually blocks. These blocks are called fabric of reality. You can actually find these in chests in these dimensions. But since you can't actually tell where the edges are, if there is like nothing below them, you just fall to your death. So you have to be extremely careful or have a jetpack. Either way works. So I'm going to sneak over to this door here. Now, 2 different kinds of doors as well. There's the wooden doors, which are your basic portal doors, or you have unstable doors. Unstable doors, if you follow them too far, can eventually take you to limbo, apparently. I've never been. I hear it's nice, especially this time of year. And, yep, you can just open up even the iron doors with just your fists. You don't need to have a lever or a button or anything like that. So, we'll just keep jumping through dimensions. You'll follow along with me. Bring some torches with us. Ooh, funky lighting. Another thing you notice about the fabric of reality, it also emits light. Oh, this just goes to another door. Alright, well that was our adventure through Dimension Doors. I'm probably going to have to cut that up and then make a highlight reel out of it because it took so long. But, yeah, that's a mod. I'm probably going to head back home, keep building my factory, and maybe show off some of the properties of that fabric of reality. Oh good, everyone's back home. So, that's an episode. Talk to you later. Good night.